Hi guys, if you're a beginner in guitar like me and you're wondering how to build a rhythm, one of the quickest way to do that is to get a metronome app and start at 65 tempo. You can either move the dial or key in the numbers here to put it to 65. And initially we'll start with the 4x4, that's like four measures in one bar, and we'll count to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again start in 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me give you an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is how it will go, and we'll try to strum along with it. So the first thing we do is I have my capo on, and I'm using it at the 4th fret because I've been practicing that way. And when you have the capo on, your frets start from the fret following the capo, right, towards the body of the guitar. So now if I want to play E minor, it is usually on the 2nd fret, right? Your first finger, and this is your first finger, this is your second finger, this is your third finger, and this is your fourth finger when you're playing guitar. But when you have your first finger on the fifth string, you start counting the strings from the thinnest to the thickest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the fifth string. First finger on the fifth string, 2nd fret. The frets are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. And your second finger, which is the middle finger, it will be on the 4th string. So this is the 5th, this is the 4th, and when you play together, it's an E minor chord. So to check if you're getting a clear chord, one way to do it is play each string individually. It's a possible one, and the chord, that's an E minor. What happens if your fingers are lying flat like this instead of being vertical? You will mute some strings automatically, and this chord wouldn't sound that great like this. If I'm muting like this, see my fingers, that's not a great way to hold it. And if you try to play, this particular string is muted. We don't want that, right? So we try to keep our fingers as upright as possible. And if you have long nails, which I used to have, it's time to sacrifice those and keep them as short as possible and try to play with the finger pads instead of the nails. Some people play it, some musicians have long nails and they find a way to figure it out, but I would suggest for beginners to do it this way. So let's try and play E minor first. We can count first and then we'll go with the metronome. 6, not a 5. Wrong way to count. What we'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we start with the metronome. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can nod your head or move your legs if that helps you give a rhythm to it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 2, 3, 4. Let's start. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you think you're going to be distracted by it or you're not able to hear the metronome properly, one way to do is keep the strumming light with your right finger. I'm using a pick, whichever way you prefer. Just keep it light. Instead of like giving a very heavy strum, go light, like this. And then you'll be able to hear the metronome. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if you want to switch between chords, I can show you a G chord. For the G chord, what you would like to do is keep your first finger on the second fret, but slightly move it, because now our positions are going to change for the rest of the fingers. The second finger will be on the third fret, but the sixth string, so that's the thickest string, right? And your third finger, which is the ring finger, it will go on the third fret, but the first string, that's the thinnest string. And now we'll check again for the sanity of the sound of it. Try to keep it as vertical as we can. You can also move your thumb around the neck of the guitar so that it gives you some space and it's not muting